We're joined here by, I'd like to call you a trendsetter. That's what I kind of reference you as, the trendsetter for Alabama girls wrestling and volleyball, Brynleigh Glover, and our volleyball coach, Judy Green, who you've played a big role in Brynleigh's life. I want to start with you first, Brynleigh, and talk about the scholarship you just got. Where are you going to college and what for?
I'm going to the University of the Cumberlands for volleyball and wrestling.
So how did that start for you to bring in wrestling?
I actually first joined my junior year, and it was because I caught like an interest in watching my friends wrestle and everything, and I wanted to stay in shape after volleyball season had ended, and so they lifted in the mornings. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to go work out with them, like build my strength. And then it just ended up, the day that I came, Coach Wilson had them wrestling instead of lifting. So he handed me a pair of shoes, showed me some moves, and I just took off from there. I fell in love with it.
Coach, when you found out one of your volleyball players, I know you had to think, that's awesome, she's going to get in shape, found a new way to do it, but then it led to wrestling. I mean, what was your first thought when you found out that's what she's going to do?
Well, first of all, I couldn't be more proud of Brynleigh, and I think mainly for the reason that she stepped outside the norm and blazed her own trail. She is a trailblazer for girls in our community, and I love multiple sport athletes. I think we need more of them.
Absolutely.
I think we need more of them at the high school level, and it's the beauty of high school where you can be a dual sport athlete. But now Brynleigh has obviously caught the eye of the coaches at the University of the Cumberlands, and she's going to go up there and she's going to make her mark in two sports. And it's really cool because I can't think, since I've been at Thompson, I can't think of the last dual sport female athlete that we've had.
No, especially on a scholarship like that. And she mentioned you being a trendsetter, and you really have been an advocate for getting girls wrestling to go in the state and recruiting other females to come do the sport. Why is that?
I just felt like that everyone should have a chance at doing something that they're uncomfortable with, stepping out of the norm, and I have like this huge thing inside of me that just wants other girls to join and kind of just like defeat like all the norms, because when I was little I wanted to play football, and so that was just something that always caught my eye. And so when I got the chance to wrestle, I was like, other girls should try this too, because our surrounding states, like, they all have girls championships every year, and I was like, I need to recruit girls and get us to all do this thing together.
Do you think, how does the wrestling work together for volleyball for her when it comes to her strength and her skill set?
Well, number one, I think it takes a lot of leg strength to play Brynleigh's position in volleyball. Going into our season, there was a big question mark surrounding the libero position. Like, we did not know. We knew there was going to be fierce competition for it, and this girl right here, she just stepped right up and she just took it and ran with it. And when you wrestle, you kind of want to be closer to the ground,
right?
And being a libero, you're playing closer to the ground because you're, diving on the floor after balls. And, but Brynleigh's commitment to strength and conditioning and just becoming a really strong physical type female athlete, I think just set her up for success in the wrestling room.
Now, they call you Mother Hen. That's what I'm told is your name from all the girls from the middle school to high school. Why Mother Hen?
I'm the oldest out of all of them, so they just all kind of looked up to me as someone that will take care of them, teach them the new things, and it kind of caught on one day when I was fixing all their headgear, like setting it up to fix their heads, and Coach Barnes just kind of said, it was like, she's like the Mother Hen, and it just kind of kept on going from there.
Now, I have to ask, bringing in girls wrestling with the guys, there's been pictures of you guys French braiding hair in the wrestling offices. All types. You really, the girls are taking over it here.
Yeah.
How did the guys respond to that?
At first they were just like, wow, like a lot of girls are interested, like this is kind of cool. And then when they saw that some of the middle school girls like were like really like trying to like fix their technique and get better and better, they like showed respect to them and like gave them their room in the wrestling mat. So,
would you recommend wrestling to anybody coming up in volleyball?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think it's, for us in our state to add another girls sport for a state championship, I think that's way cool.
Yeah.
I hope beach volleyball follows, suit with that here in the next year or two. And, but just proud of her. She's overcome a lot of adversity in her life, and she's made herself who she is today, and they're getting a really great student athlete at the University of the Cumberlands.
They really are. I'm going to end with this. Tell me a little bit about how we can kind of follow you in college and watching these wrestling and volleyball matches for you?
They actually have tons of accounts on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook where you can follow and just keep up with everybody. So.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much, and thank you for what you've done for women's sports in Alabama.
Thank you.